individual healing is still always a journey. It's a continuing process. But once we heal ourselves, we heal the world. We make it a better place for
I
you
love
and for
that.
me and for the entire human race.
Oh, that's lovely. That's really nice. Should get
Michael
that on a
Jackson.
t-shirt.
It's Michael Jackson, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
The fact that we're all different walks of life, different backgrounds, like we all have very similar lived experiences is so interesting, and it's really, like you say, it's just inspiring being around each other, just learning from each other and learning about each other.
Like when we talk about HIV, it's much more gay men at the front, but you know, now that I've seen a mother and then there's Doreen and there's Rebecca, like how do you feel about that?
It's just nice being around women with it, because like even like my local support groups, like it's mostly older gay men that are there, which is fine because like they are affected a lot. But, like it's just quite comforting being around other people who I sort of identify quite well with. So like what sort of like support system do you have with having HIV? Like do your family know? Do your friends know?
I was in a hospital. I was with my mom and my dad. And I got tested. And then when I got the results, I was also with my mom and my dad. So basically, I knew the results the same time as they knew my results.
Oh, so you found out together almost.
Yeah.
Right.
And then it was like a shock. Like it was shocking for us in different levels. Because during that time in our province, HIV is associated with sex workers. It's kind of a dirty, kind of like morally questionable person. That's how they see HIV.
Yeah.
But then it's good because I mean the experience was rough and bumpy, but we ultimately got to where we are all educated and we are aware of what HIV is and what HIV is not. And you know, being like having an HIV will not define me as who I am, and will not define them as who they are as parents. Were you ever into a support group with women?
So I go to a monthly support group, just like a local one by like a local charity near me, who worked with me since I was diagnosed. But the majority of the support group is like 65-year-old gay men who are lovely. They're phenomenal people. But it's not really to do with like treatment and stuff, but like it's like a safe space for HIV people to go. So a lot of people that go to that support group, they haven't told anyone else they are positive. Like that's the only place they can go where, you know, people know their status and they can feel safe there. So it's just nice to go and sort of be around other people that have HIV and for it to just feel like normal.
Do you see yourself seen?
No, not really, because I'm mostly the only woman there. There's sometimes just one other woman there that goes, but they're again older. There's not like a young woman that goes there at all, so I'm sort of the minority there, which is a bit strange.
Right. It should be something that's hopeful. For me, I think equity means that everyone should have an access depending on the burden of their troubles, for example. Because every one of us are not in equal footing. So if someone is very much more needed of access to HIV medicine, then that particular individual should have more access to HIV medicine. And all other factors that is affecting that person's access to medicine, such as job, socioeconomic status, that person's role in society should also be supported, just to make sure that that person is accessing HIV medicine or treatment. I have seen a lot of individuals, particularly coming from my gay community in different countries, who are not even accessing treatment because they don't know where to access and they don't have the capacity to access. And this particular group of people have much more need of support in terms of financial, in terms of capacity, in terms of personal motivation, just to access HIV treatment. And I think the support that we are receiving should not be equal, it should be equitable based on the burden of our need.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think, like you said about targeting people that like need it most, like I think women and mothers especially kind of get left behind in this conversation about HIV. So I think focusing up from that point of view would be great.
Right.
I'm a bit biased, obviously, but yeah.
No, that's not biased at all. That's what we call equitable.
There you go, yeah.